Welcome back to Princeton High School. Sorry, we're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties. As you just saw, Kyla Oldeker knock down a couple free throws and cut into this lead, and all of a sudden, this was a 16-point game. Comets cut into 12. There's still plenty of time left to go in this game with 5:40 left in the first half.
And the Comets not getting a lot to go on the offensive end, having a hard time getting defensive stops in that first quarter, but they've come out with a little bit different fire in this second quarter, try to get back in the game.
Turnaround by Mattis is no good. Oldeker tries to get the rebound instead. It's going to be Bree Hall, who has 13 points right now. So it's Bree Hall 13 and Mason 10. Not a good sign for the Comets. As Hargrove Hall travels, so the Comets getting the ball back, and all of a sudden they're clearing things up on the defensive side a little bit.
Yeah, Bree Hall, not just one of the best players in the state of Ohio, one of the best players in the country, committed to play college basketball out at South Carolina, leading the GWAC with 25.7 points per game. She's been one of the best players all year, and she's been one of the best players tonight.
It's going to be a scary team next year. That South Carolina team has 4 out of the 14 5-stars coming into play for them next year. As C.T. Carey loses it, and the backcourt is jump ball going to the Comets. Just plays like that, turnovers are so tough to have, especially when you're playing this good of a team in a game where you're down by 12.
And typically an extremely disciplined offensive and defensive team, the Comets turning the ball over pretty much at will early on in this game, and Wayne has done everything they can to take advantage of those miscues.
It's been the Comets that struggle with these doubles. They got to find a way to get the ball out sooner. You're double teamed, and someone's always going to be open on the court, and the Comets just having trouble. As C.C. Carey gets another jump ball there, and this time the arrow going to the Warriors. So Murphy's taking this one up. Down low, and a good cut from Hargrove Hall, and a really nice backdoor cut to extend the lead to 14.
That's just simple, beautiful basketball by the Wayne Warriors, using that back cut and that screen to get a wide open layup.
Margot Madison the other end gets a nice layup there. Let's see if that will get her going. Lefty layup. She's got 4 for the Comets. Oldeker with 4 also. And Popwell with 2.
And Mattis has been the one offensively all season for the Comets. If they want to get back into this game, it's going to start with her.
Hargrove Hall knocks down the jump shot. And Bree Hall and Alyssa Hargrove Hall just dominated this game for the Warriors. And Kyla Oldeker down low. Comets going to have to look for Oldeker in the post. She is so tough to guard, especially when she's able to hold the ball high and away from the defenders.
And offensively, it looks like the Comets have gotten things together a little bit in this second quarter. Now it's going to come down to stringing together some of those defensive stops.
And they've gotten it going a little bit in the transition game. That's how they've kind of thrived all year on the offensive end. As Bree Hall misses the jumper there, the floater. The Comets trying to cut in this lead to get it back to single digits. And a nice pass. Down low for Mattis Oldeker. This is a 10-point game. Comets certainly not out of this one.
Yeah, Mattis taking over this game in the second quarter. Her and Oldeker are a dynamic duo on the offensive end, running that pick and roll. Mattis with a beautiful look down low, and Oldeker, that's just too easy for her.
So Hall at the top of the key. Side to Hargrove Hall, 3-pointer Murphy. That one is too strong. Another offensive rebound from Malone. She's had a lot of them tonight. So now Hall on Cosme. See if Hall's trying to take advantage of her height advantage and drive. Instead, kicks it to Malone. Back out to Hargrove Hall. Now one more to Malone. That's really good help defense from Oldeker, and a good job by Popwell to get it. And Marilyn Popwell gets fouled. So that's the 8th team foul on Wayne. So now Marilyn Popwell going to the free throw line for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, and that's the defensive possession that the Comets are going to need pretty much for the rest of this game, as they have been fighting back in this second quarter. Really nice job by Oldeker, Mattis, and Popwell to stay vertical and not foul the shooter on that play. And now Popwell, one of the better free throw shooters on this team at 80% on the season, is going to get an opportunity to get this thing back down to single digits.
Yeah, free throws, crucial part of the game, crucial part of the comeback. The Comets are going to be in the 1-and-1. the rest of this first half with 2:30 left. See if Popwell can knock down the front end. And that one in and out there. And Hall with the rebound. Wayne team's trying to play a little fast in transition. They slow it down. Hall drives over Oldeker. That's really good help defense. And Kyle Oldeker gets her third block it again.
And Hall's been hanging out a lot on the perimeter since that first quarter. They tried to dump it to her down low a lot, and Oldeker has proved to be a problem underneath, blocking shots and rebounding the basketball for the Comets.
And CC Carey gets a loose ball. Comets had a 2-on-1 for a second. That's really good defense by Murphy, able to get back and get the ball. Wow. Looked like the Comets had an easy 2-on-1, but Murphy showing off her speed and getting the ball and drawing the foul on CC Carey. CC Carey struggled a little bit with ball security tonight.
Yeah, Carey's been the main guy on the offensive end, running the point for the Comets all season. But this game, she's got a little bit of jitters, it seems, and she's turned the ball over quite a few times. It's going to be key for her to get that ball security that she's been known for all season back so the Comets can make a push at this comeback.
Yeah, one of the best mid-range shooters on this team as well. Going to play basketball at Lake Erie next year as Hargrove Hall misses the three. Mattis, a strong rebound over Malone. Looked like there was a foul on her back of the arm there. And Mattis tries to go up. That one's blocked by Hall. And Hall slips. And they call a foul. Trip there.
And Mattis, some interesting decision making on that last offensive possession, trying to go 1-on-5 and draw that foul. Wasn't able to get it to go. And the Comets had an opportunity there in transition, but weren't able to take advantage. And that's happened a couple times for Mason early on in this game.
Yeah, these Wayne guards are playing really good transition defense, getting back, kind of impeding the Comets' transition game. Something they're very good at usually. So back top to Keaton Malone, over to Hall. Tough assignment for Kate Cooper. And a three-pointer back to Malone. That one's too strong at the back iron. Mattis secures the rebound. Up ahead to Cosme. So the score seems to be stuck at 26-16 for a while. Offense is slowing down a little bit. With a minute to go left in the first half.
It's definitely been the offense is slowing down a little bit, but also the defenses have been ramping up just as much in this game.
Oldeker down low. Use her strength to get that one to go. So all of a sudden, it's an 8-point game, and the Comets have really controlled the second quarter. After being down by 16, they were down 18-2. Now it's 26-18. This team is certainly not out of it.
And in basketball games, it's always about how you finish to the buzzer of the end of each quarter, and that defensive possession that the Comets got at the end of the first really got them going on the defensive end. And now they've carried that into the second half. They're going to need to finish here.
Yeah, good tip by Oldeker. But Wayne's able to get it back. Good job getting in and Jacquel Bronock for Wayne. She's listed at 6'2", so that's going to be a little bit of assignment for Oldeker. But Oldeker still with a height advantage at 6'6", as Wayne calls a timeout with 15 seconds to go. Well, what do you think they're going to try to do on this offensive possession, Addison?
Well, they got to get it into the hands of Brianna Hall on this possession. She's been the offensive answer. She's been stuck at 13 points kind of for the past couple minutes, but she's really been the one on offense for Wayne in this game. And if you're the Comets, you just want to finish this half strong, carry that momentum that you've built up this entire second quarter into the locker room, into that third quarter, which they've done so well all season, coming out in the second half and just pulling away from teams.
Yeah, you can also see the situation. Hall drives and kicks out to Hargrove Hall for a three. She's been shooting the ball pretty well tonight as well. This Comets going to apply a little bit of pressure here as Hall takes this one in the backcourt with 10 seconds to go. Mattis guarding Hall. Hall crosses over, spins, fades away from the elbow. That one no good at the front iron. So a really great second quarter for the Comets as they were once down 18-2. Now the score is 26-18.
Yeah, just a great defensive end to the half for the Comets. And, I mean, that's what you need. Getting that momentum headed into the locker room, getting their best player to miss that shot at the end of the buzzer. and we'll see if the Comets can keep that up in the second half.
And we're going to take a break here for halftime. Be sure to tune in for the second half. It's going to be a good one down the wire. Welcome back. Hello and welcome back for some third quarter action as the Comets trail the Warriors 26-18. This is a game that the Comets were around 18-2, and all of a sudden they've been fighting back, clawing back into this one. Now it's 26-18. The Comets are down by 8.
Yeah, Evan, it's been all about those defensive stops that the Comets have become so accustomed to throughout the season. They've had a tendency to start some games slowly, but their defense and their patience on offense has always managed to get them back in the game. They're going to start this second half with an opportunity to get this lead down to 2 possessions. And, I mean, based on where we were early on in this game, 18-2, you thought the Comets were dead to water, but they're very much in this game with 16 minutes of game left.
Yeah, Bree Hall, the South Carolina commit 5-star, leads all scorers with 13, but she struggled in these last couple minutes as Mattis traveled. So that happened in the first possession of the first half of Mattis travel. That happens in the first possession of the second half.
Yeah, and we saw Mattis in that first half get a little bit out of control going to the basket, trying to do too much on the offensive end. And that's probably what we saw there, just getting a little bit too hero ball in her head. And that's not what the Comets want to see to begin this half.
Now Murphy bringing it up. Carrying Cosme. Playing defense down low to Hall. That's a pretty good effort there by Hall, but Oldeker is too big, playing good straight-up defense, not committing the foul. Cosme thought about the 3. And Oldeker able to track down. She's going to take the long 2. And that one's no good. A tough shot there from Oldeker. That's not her strength from the outside. It's Hargrove Hall in transition. Back out to Malone. And down low. That's a really good block by Oldeker on Bernard.
And that's what we've seen ever since the end of that first quarter. Is the defensive rotations have been much better for the Comets. They're much more alert on defense, jumping into those passing lanes. And with their help side defense, they've been very sound.
Oh, and Bernard open down low, but she misses it. A little bit of a missed assignment there from Popwell, but able to recover. And the Comets in transition. Cece Carey with the mid-range jumper. That's good. That's been her shot all year. Cece Carey cuts this lead for the Comets to 6. And almost a tip to pass out of bounds on Wayne. The Comets, that's still great defense. And Wayne's going to take the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, just a totally different team that we've seen from the start of this game from the Comets. A really smart play there by Carey to take that open mid-range jumper. That's been her shot all season, taking advantage of the space that she was given on the offensive end there.
And a 3-pointer. That one is banked in from Hargrove Hall. Banked, hit the backboard, the front of the rim. I don't know how that one went, and that's kind of a killer for the Comets. A great defensive possession, just some bad luck. And Oldeker down low, gets it to go, so good bucket from Oldeker. This game is back up to 7 points.
Yeah, basketball gods shining down on the Warriors on that possession, but Oldeker is just too dominant down low in the paint. She's had a really nice offensive game ever since the start. The first couple minutes turned the ball over, made some questionable decisions on the offensive end. She's been fantastic, and the Comets' defense has been just as good.
Yeah, Comets starting to look like the Warriors' defense at the beginning of this game, just getting into passing lanes, making everything difficult. As Cosme down low, gets fouled, and Riley Cosme going to the free throw line. Foul on the play by Malone. It's going to be the first team foul for the Warriors this half, and the second foul on Malone.
And with Mount Notre Dame looming in the Elite Eight, the regional championship game, possibly Wayne looking ahead to that a little bit, getting out to that 18-point lead to start things off. And the Comets have fought back and made things interesting. Once again, 6 minutes to go. And, I mean, we haven't given the Comets enough credit in this game. Undefeated, one of the best teams in Ohio. Didn't play like it in that first quarter, but have played like it since.
Yeah, and speaking of one of the best teams in Ohio, MND, one of the best teams in the country, number 1 in the state. That's a tough matchup to draw in the Cincinnati region. In that Cincinnati-Dayton Region 4. So they beat Centerville today, but this is a 5-point game, and the Comets going nowhere. They were down by 18. Inside to Hall. That's a really nice step-through move. She gets a lefty layup to bring the lead back up to 7 for the Warriors.
And I don't believe that that's a pass that Wayne is going to be able to make the rest of this game. Just a mistake defensively by the Comets as Oldeker gets called for the turnover there.
And travel on Oldeker. So the ball going back to the Warriors. Almost feels like the Comets should be winning this game with the way it's been going, but still down by 7. Down low. And that's a good job tying up. And they get a timeout. So Oldeker had it for a second. Bernard able to snatch it away. And Wayne's barely able to get off a timeout there before it being a jump ball.
And if I'm Wayne, the last thing I'm trying to do right now with how Oldeker is playing down low is trying to pound the ball on the inside. Had a lot of success shooting the ball from the perimeter. Hargrove Hall and then Bree Hall from the perimeter, each knocking down a couple of threes in that first half. That's where they found a lot of success. And trying to dump it down low, they didn't find a lot of success early on in the game, and they're trying to do that now to extend this lead, and it's just not going well for them.
Yeah, if you take out that beginning part of the game, the Comets, take out the 18-2 start, the Comets are winning this game 22-13. So it's been really good other than that rough start as we saw. So in this situation,